All right, and we're live. Guess what, y'all? It's 9 o'clock, and we're getting started with Kevyn M TV live. Thank you all for joining us. I have a little list of to-dos or little points I need to hit and things I need to take care of. Introduction first. Let me introduce you guys to our topic today. Today we're talking about the skin I'm in. About being comfortable with the skin you're in, or if you're not comfortable, you know, we're talking about altering your appearance or your body in ways to make you comfortable. So tonight, like you can see, I have two guests with me. One you guys already are familiar with, which is Smokey. And I told you pre-show that I pulled out the big guns. Got Big Dar up in the house.
Why would you say Why would you say that?
This is Darlene.
For a nice intro.
No, all right, I'm sorry. All right.
It's fine.
This is Dartin Luther King.
Oh, on Facebook.
She's on Facebook. I'm following her on Twitter. If you're not on to her, get on to her because she's crazy. I swear this girl is crazy.
Twitter.com/they call me Dar.
Why they call you Dar?
Because my name's Darlene.
Of course.
Oh. Nice segue.
All right. So yeah. So that being said, we're going to get ready to jump into it. But before we get into our topic, again, if you're watching this, go on Facebook, go on Twitter, go on your Yahoo, MSN, ABC, CBS, Fox, or BGC 8. Just go there. Oh, he was nice to you.
Oh, thank you.
I ain't asked for it. You told me. Oh, we all doing good. What did you get?
Cranberry apple.
Did you not get you anything? Did you ask for anything?
No.
Well,
You said that he didn't get anything from the store.
You have any stories?
That's his fault.
Did you want
Anyway,
anything? If you want something,
anyway,
I feel bad now because we all came in here and got the stuff and he didn't get anything. Put it over there. You kind of like stuck right now. We have guests in the house as well.
and they're not allowed to walk in front of the camera. Anyway,
Not right now. So right now, before we do too much, I do want to plug the Scoop. Scoop, do me a favor. Give me your blog and give me your date and time for your broadcast, which I believe is tomorrow.
blogtv.com/people/the scoop. THECSCOOP. That's my son's blog. He goes in. It's hot.
Really good.
Great, good topics.
Very good. So make sure y'all pay attention to the Scoop. Next thing is Venom Boys. There's a lot of stuff getting ready to happen with Venom Boys. Darlene has no idea what we're talking about.
I don't.
But Venom Boys is still in the works, as we said. You guys see BB is on here right now. We're going to be doing some things with that. And again, social media. If you're not following, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Follow me, add me as a friend. We're not paying attention to Crystal right now because Crystal is a mess in the background behind the computer. You guys can't see what she's doing. All right. So,
Going to work.
really, want an ice cream? There was something else I wanted to say. Social media. All right. Well, we're getting started. Again, if you're just joining us, it's Kevyn MTV live. What I have to say is usually we do the whole chat thing, so that way we stay on topic and don't be distracted too much. I will not be able to see what you guys are typing right now. So for your interaction, what I'm going to ask you guys to do is take down this number, and at 9:45,
Take notes.
Yeah, definitely take notes. But at 9:45, I'm going to open up a line, and that number is 215.
267.
What?
267-702-4204.
I thought it was 215.
267-702-4204. It's 267.
Well, what he said. That's the number you're calling at 9:45. 2-minute limit to call in and chat with us. Talk about the topic. Take notes. No block numbers are going to be answered. So unblock. Don't worry. I'm not going to stalk you. I'm not going to call you back in the middle of the night asking you what you're wearing. Nothing like that. All right.
Sorry, no,
I'll leave that for you.
What?
So, we're talking about the skin I'm in. Being comfortable with the skin you're in. Some people go through so many different things. to be comfortable with who they are. You know, some people, like you look at different people and you say, oh well, he look good or she look good, so you know I know they don't have self-esteem issues, but the truth of the matter is everybody to some extent have something about them that they're not, you know, comfortable with, that they would change. Like if I would sit here and ask you guys, name something that you would change about yourself, you guys probably go crazy about things that you're not happy with. So I have my guest here, so I'm gonna this isn't like an interview or anything, it's just an open forum. We're gonna talk, but I'm gonna throw questions at them, and they can throw questions at me too if y'all want.
Okay.
But it's just a conversation, and somebody be mindful of the time. So when 9:45 rolls around, we can jump into the what you call it. All right. So, can either you name something that you would change?
And when we're done, you do the same.
Okay.
Who, me first?
It don't matter.
Something I would change about myself, like physically or...
Yeah, physical, because we're basically talking about like physical attributes that you know you may not be comfortable with.
You come back to me.
While she's thinking.
Muscle composition.
What, me?
No, me.
Oh.
I want to be bigger, muscular. Like I've always been substantially muscular with my legs, but you know, like for my upper body strength and stuff like that, like my arms and my like chest, my shoulders. I would like to be bigger. I would like my head to be smaller. That ain't never gonna happen. Ever gonna happen.
Get a head reduction.
Shut it up.
I think it's the weight in my arms, because I like my weight. I like my thighs, everything, but like my arms just feel like big. So I would change, like make my arms a little smaller.
All right, I might get a little X-rated.
Go ahead.
My dick size.
Okay.
You what?
You guys don't know how many times somebody said, "Where do you think you putting that?" I'm serious. You know how many people turn me away? Like everybody look at the videos and say, "Oh, it's all fun and games." No, that's not necessarily the case. You know how many people are intimidated or scared, or it may not even be them intimidated or scared. They just like have better sense to say that's not going inside of me.
I would want to change my feet. Like I would want to get my feet done. Like my feet worked on. Like because like my feet are ugly. And
we was talking about this before the show. Before Darlene got here, we were reading from a book, the If book, and said what family trait or the genetic makeup from the family would you want to get rid of? I have like this overbite down here that I would want to change. I mean, that's something that can be changed.
I mean, nobody pays attention to somebody's mouth like that.
That's not true.
Unless,
some people,
unless like your mouth is like trash.
No,
like
I know people that won't talk to, like if they're interested in you, like relationship wise. I know some people who the very first thing, my sister, she says the very first thing that she looks for when she wants to date a person is their mouth.
Okay, like
and you don't have no yuck mouth.
If you got a yuck mouth, she ain't doing it.
Not like that. Like I think if your teeth aren't yellow, if you aren't missing the important teeth, like the frontal, like if your teeth aren't black, like you got a rotten tooth or something like that, nobody is worried about a little overbite or something like that. I think people who have it think too much about it. Because I got a little overbite, but I don't really think, everybody like, you got nice teeth.
Like, you know, some people, like, I know people whose teeth aren't where they want it to be. And when they smile or talk, they talk like this. I know this woman, I don't even know her name, but I've seen her several times, and when she speaks, she talks like this. She laughs like this. She tries not to laugh because she don't want to show her teeth. So, I mean, I understand. Like, I have overbite.
But you know how they say you are your own worst critic. Like, you see stuff that people 9 times out of 10 don't see. Unless they're really anal about the thing that you're... No.
And I guess that comes back into the whole, you know,
in your own
being
skin.
comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
So, I have a question then. Would that be superficial for some, like... Because for me, I may think it's a big issue with my tooth, but for somebody else to actually notice that, would that person be superficial? Or to say, I'm not going to date you because your teeth are jacked up, or because you think you got ugly feet?
I mean, I think
that's probably not what they like. Everybody has turn-ons and turn-offs. Like that probably would turn them off. So what somebody doesn't like, somebody else might. They might think it's cute.
I don't think that is necessarily superficial as more like judgmental. Like I think that, you know, everybody is entitled to their opinion. Everybody has their likes and dislikes. Everybody has their types that they like.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't think the person that is being judged may not consider it fair but you have to look at it like, you know, if I'm unhappy with the fact that your mouth looks like that and we're together, then I'm gonna always be unhappy because your mouth is not gonna get fixed unless there's like some serious things done. And if you think it's not a problem, then you're not gonna work to get it fixed. So I'm gonna continue to be unhappy. It's not a good relationship. So before you even get that far into something right like that, you stop yourself. You be like, look, I like you and everything. You really nice, but there's something about you that I just can't deal with. So I don't think that's superficial. Mean. I don't think it may be mean, but I don't think that is superficial.
Because it's kind of like, and this is a little bit off topic, but it's kind of like somebody said this to me because I don't like smoking.
No off topic.
Huh?
No off topic.
But basically, I don't like smoking or whatever, smoking cigarettes and stuff. It's not something I like to do. And at one point, I would say I wouldn't date you if you were smoking cigarettes. Somebody said to me, "How can you do that?" What, like, the person can be everything else that you want, and because of cigarettes, you're going to stop yourself from dating this person or being with somebody that you say you care about, that you want to get to know. You will let cigarettes stop you. So I had to like look at it and change my point of view and my mindset about the situation. But like I started the conversation off to say, we all have issues and like physical things that we're not necessarily comfortable with, and they both said theirs. Hope you guys are taking notes. At what point did you realize that that was something that needed to be changed, like, or something that you weren't happy with?
3rd grade gym. I've always muscle composition. When I was in 3rd grade, I was one of the fastest little. You could not catch me for nothing.
How tall are you?
About 5'10".
I would say pretty healthy. Look pretty healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Proportionate.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the big deal?
I was a proportion back then, and I'm still flimsy. I have no upper body muscle. You asked me when I noticed the problem. I noticed the problem when I noticed that all the other little boys around me were able to sit there and lift weights and do all the heavy carrying and stuff, and I'm sitting there like, I can't lift this up. Like, things would be too heavy for me.
That brings up another issue.
My mom would when I was younger, my mom would put rocks in my book bag because I was so skinny. She thought I was going to go down the street. Did you really tell that
story?
Did she really?
Did you really tell that story? She told me that story.
She really did. I hated her for it. She would put rocks in my book bag
so the wind wouldn't blow you away.
So the wind wouldn't blow me away. I was so my legs were really muscular, but I had no upper body weight, and I was flimsy. So she would put rocks in the bottom of my book bag to make sure that the wind didn't blow me down the street.
Okay, let's go to Darlene real quick.
I can't top that.
No, but like you said, there were things about you, like your arms are kind of big. Like,
yeah.
When did you realize that to be a problem, or when you realized you weren't comfortable with it?
When the summer hit, when I started wearing tank tops, I'm like, dang, I can't do this.
What did I say? My
but I still wear tank tops, but it's like awkward.
Want to touch on that?
Yes, let's talk about it. My tooth, it just bothers me because it's like, I do like to be different, and I noticed.
Let me see it.
Right there. A little yellow too, right there.
Why would you?
I don't care. But like a lot of people in my family have that too. So when I noticed that, you know, I was the only one with it, I realized I wasn't special no more. So I didn't want it. No, plus it's like a couple of my friends a couple of years ago said, "Oh, you got a pretty smile, except for that one tooth." So kind of like set me back. That kind of set me back a little bit. And the complex I have with the other issue was like, you know, I guess I'm over it, but at one point it was an issue. So I mean, it's not much I can say about it at this point. But moving on.
You're over it. Why are you over it?
I'm over it because, you know, when it comes to sex, I'm not liking. So,
Dun, dun, dun.
all right.
Dot.
We have an audience tonight, so you guys see us looking around and like seeing people having like, you hear like noises in the background and stuff. Somebody's choking himself in the background, And people will message, like sending hand signals and stuff.
Shout out to
and
the
making
hospitality.
faces.
Anyway.
So, you guys are seem to be having fun over there too.
What are they saying? Ha 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 ha. Oh my god.
Come around this way. Come around this way, real quick. Come around this way. Come around this way.
Come on.
Oh,
Don't pay too much attention to them.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
okay.
So it's easy to talk about the stuff that we don't like about ourselves, but I'm not doing live audiences anymore.
Oh my God, Spider Woman.
But let's talk about some of the things that some of our better features. Not even being arrogant or into yourself, but what would you say is your best feature? One of your best features?
What? Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Go.
Yeah, you go first.
Shit, I'm always going first.
My eyes are kind of nice. I thought.
You thought? You changed your mind?
No, I think they are. They're kind of chinky. My skin is fair, nice. Not fair because I'm dark.
Wait. What you mean because you're dark?
You know
be
how
dark and
someone
have
says fair skin? Like,
complexion.
never mind. Yeah.
But you have good skin. is what
Yeah.
you're saying. Yeah, because some people's skin is not so fair. I want to cater to everybody. I want to cater to everybody.
Lord be with you.
Lord be with this one.
I think that well, there's three things that I've always gotten compliments on.
Like,
and that I actually agree with.
Mhm.
My legs, my abs, and my eyes.
ass.
Abs, abdomen area.
You said your eyes?
Yeah, my eyes. Actually, somebody once told me that I have Egyptian, what they call it, Egyptian cobra-like eyes. Or like it's I don't know, it's like cobra or something, Egyptian cobra eyes or something. I was like, what?
Okay.
Never knew there was a name for that.
Me, I would say my smile. I like. At first, my smile always seemed fake to me, so I started looking at pictures of me smiling, and I kind of like them. So I would say my smile.
all right.
Oh shit.
What?
My language.
It's okay to curse. You can curse on the show.
No.
There's distractions in the background.
No, I'm having a problem right now.
What? What's wrong? Scratch it. Scratch it. Look, you guys know that I'm like real comfortable on this show. His nipple itch.
Ah!
Anyway, so why do you what do you think would make a person want to change something? Like, what's too much? Because some people go through surgery and change things about themselves. Like, what's too far?
Oh well, I was gonna go with the change yourself first.
Okay.
Like I think that a lot of it has to do with like things from like childhood, like things that you see when you grow up, images that you see on like magazines and TV shows, and like the way they depict people like when you grow up. Because like whenever like when I was younger, whenever you thought of like a black man and stuff like that, you just automatically thought of somebody like LL Cool J or like somebody like that, like just big and burly and like real masculine and like big. Like they always portrayed, even in things that put like black men in negative light, they always made black men look really big. So like I would think that as like I think that things like that could like make people want to alter themselves to kind of like fit the mold of what society says they should look like or they should behave like. I think that a lot of influence comes from like family. Like if you're constantly being family and friends, if you're constantly being teased about something when you're growing up, that could be something like, oh, I want to fix that, or I want to change that, because they're always mentioning it. As far as too far, LaToya Jackson is an example of too far. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look like LaToya Jackson, get help.
I mean,
no, but
LaToya
look like no, we not gonna go.
LaToya may be watching. Don't be talking about LaToya.
Hi, LaToya.
Anyway, my point would be like, I think society, media plays a big part. Like the influence that television and entertainment has on young people. It kind of gives people. It's like those girls that be starving themselves, be anorexic, can't even hold their head up. Can't hold their head up because they want to be a supermodel. So it's like people look on TV and say, "Oh no, my lips are too thin, so I'm gonna get my lips pumped. My face is too sunken in, so I'm gonna get my cheeks done. I'm gonna get my eyebrows so I look like I'm surprised every time you see me." And then next thing you know, you look like Lil' Kim.
That's the extreme. I think
Lil' Kim looks damn good.
No, I wanted to segue into Lil' Kim because I was looking at some pictures of Lil' Kim.
Go ahead.
I was looking at.
Segue into
No, we are talking about people, not Lil' Kim per se, but like what happened with her face. Like, that sounds so bad.
She's bleaching her skin too, right?
Yeah, she's bleaching her skin too. But aside from that, like when you see Lil' Kim from the '90s and you see Lil' Kim now, she looks like a totally different person. I'm not gonna say that she looks bad.
She doesn't.
But she looks totally different. And it's like, or another example, Vivica Fox.
Vivica Fox in the '90s is not Vivica Fox in the 2000s.
It's not
at all.
But I think a lot of stuff changed in like the 2000s.
I think one of the things.
Cause like in the '90s, everybody was like, "Yeah, natural. Let's go natural. Black is beautiful."
Mm-hmm.
But now, like in the 2000s, it's like forget like everything that we learned is like we want lighter skin, brighter eyes, like longer hair. It's like everybody wants to look like a movie star, and back then, like movie stars looked like regular people, like rappers and singers look like regular people. But now it's like so glamorized in Hollywood.
And you also gotta remember that in the '90s, they were younger then. And I think that one of the things that play a factor, especially with people that's like in the limelight, age plays a factor because they're like they want to keep that youthfulness about
Lindsay
them.
Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan's a wreck.
What about her?
She's young. She got work done.
She's a wreck. Is she still getting drunk?
She's still doing everything she's been doing.
Okay, well, she's
got some work done. But what I'm saying is like, I just said that because you said it's an age thing, but you got younger people. Because I mean, I said Lindsay Lohan, but she's not the only young person who's doing it.
No, I'm not. No, I'm saying
Kim
like
Kardashian. As gorgeous as she is, it's not all real.
No, but what I'm saying is like for a lot of I said for like you said what makes somebody want to alter themselves. I think for a lot of people, age has something to do with it. Look at Oprah Winfrey. Ain't no way that lady looks the way she do naturally. You're just not gonna tell me that. LL Cool J, you are just not gonna. He's starting to show.
Yeah, did y'all see him on the red carpet at the Grammys? He's starting. He doesn't look bad at all.
He doesn't.
But he looks like he's starting to age.
He looks like he's starting to let himself age because he was already.
At some point, you got it. At some point, you just got.
He got that facelift when he did that video. Head stomp or
head sprung.
Head sprung.
Anybody watch the Joan Rivers show? That woman.
She's
ancient. Like she's ready to.
Vanna White. Vanna White.
You know, every time I turn on the Wheel of Fortune, Pat Sajak and Vanna White, I keep waiting to see them look like they age. Pat let his hair grow in gray, but Vanna, she still
that hair won't turn nothing but blonde
at all.
But see, that's one of the things I'm saying. Like sometimes like people want to keep a certain image about themselves, so they like they do the things to keep them in the eyes of the people to kind of like appeal to the crowd that they've already captured, I guess.
So we're going back to what I was saying about influence. I think that people in the limelight really do play a part and can influence people who are watching. And I'm not saying that it's necessarily anything wrong because I feel like if it's something that you can change about yourself that you want to change or you're not happy with, be happy. At the same time, don't go overboard with it because sometimes people take it to the extreme. And I wrote something down earlier. What matters more, being emotionally and mentally the mental and emotional acceptance of oneself or the physical and social acceptance of society. And I think it boils down to if you can personally and mentally and emotionally say to yourself, I'm happy with who I am. Who cares about you know, what others think. But it does play a part. But like, would you really sit there and let it affect you that deeply? Kind of want to ask you guys how do you feel about that, or do you have anything to say towards that? Mental and emotional versus social.
You want us to answer? Is it?
I mean, how do you feel? Like, what's your input on that? Like, do you have input on that?
Say it. Could you repeat?
What matters more, emotional or mental acceptance of oneself, or physical and social acceptance of society?
Physical and social acceptance of society. I think that matters a lot, because no matter what, like, if you tell yourself, like, I'm smart, yeah, I know this and that, and then you go out in society and they're like, no, you're not smart unless you know this or that or whatever. Mm-hmm. Then you think, you go like home and say, like, damn, I'm really not smart. Like, they're telling me that I'm not smart. So it's like, I think one.
Somebody go answer your question. I want to say something.
Oh, because okay. I wanted to disagree with that. I wanted to go get, because I think that, you know, if you have the fortitude to sit there and tell yourself, like, I am this, and this is all I need to be, and this is what wakes me up, and this is what makes me happy, and I don't give a damn what nobody thinks. But you can kind of, you know, you can deal with,
I like this.
You can deal with the outside world. Like, if I wake up every morning and I say, I don't care if Sally, Joe, and Harry tell me I'm stupid, I know I'm smart. And you live your life like you're smart.
What about what you always tell me? If one person say you can kind of question with everybody telling you,
but
it's smart.
Because it's different when it comes to things that are emotionally and psychologically, psychologically built with you. Like, if someone telling you got on the wrong clothes, or you dress wrong or whatever, that might be something that you deal with. But if somebody telling you mentally screwed up, how they gonna tell you mentally screwed up? Like, if you sitting there telling, I'm sane. Somebody, like,
not if a doctor evaluated you and you got a second opinion, they both tell you.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Like, if you sit up there and tell yourself you might be sane, but if you go out every day, somebody like, you crazy, you got like, I don't know how to explain.
If that was the case, I'd be sitting in an insane asylum right now.
Like this, you probably know you are insane. But if somebody's like, you're crazy, you're this, you're that, you'd be like, no, I'm sane. But in the back of your mind, you'd be like, well, what was it about me that made them think I'm crazy? Or like,
if that was the case, I'd be sitting at Fred's hospital right now, because I get told I'm crazy by 5 different people every day.
But I like how you guys have different opinions on it, because somebody asked the question: would you rather love yourself and everybody hate you, or hate yourself and everybody else love you?
I would rather love myself and everybody else hate me. Because at the end of the day, when I lay in that box, I'm going to be by myself.
I think sometimes stuff sounds good, like, to say to yourself, but like, seriously, it's like nobody wants to be hated. Like, if I say, yeah, I'd rather be myself and everybody hate me, then when you go out, everybody hate you. Like, damn, they hate me.
I can agree with that, but I like, honestly, like, I look at it like this, like, you can't love yourself. If you can't love yourself, you can't love somebody else.
True.
And if you can't like yourself, can't nobody else like you either. So I'd rather like and love myself before I walk out the door, and be content with myself before I start trying to please other people. Because if I can't please myself first, there's no way I'm going to be able to please anybody else.
That's true.
Snaps up for Smokey on that one.
Amen.
Just keeping a watchful eye, because I know that. Yeah, let me.